Hey everyone, this is Coach K and welcome to Visual Thinking class. The good news is that I've created a lot of video content for the assignments and for your review. And so what I'm really hoping is that you'll be able to reference these videos uh, frequently and rewatch them if you want to, which is definitely an advantage over how class was conducted face to face, because actually I would be doing short demos in class and then having you kind of recreate them during the class period. But after class is done, then there's no documentation of what those demos were, other than just your memory. So now there's kind of a catalog of videos that you can reference whenever you like. So as part of my introduction, I wanted to give you a little bit of background. For those of you that don't know me, um, I'm not really an academic, and I I came to this job after a 20 to 25 year career in design consulting. I had my own design firm in Austin, and we did work for a lot of Fortune 500 companies, both in the technology arena as well as consumer product, wide variety of work. And that's just what I love doing. So I'm kind of a mainstream product guy. And that's really kind of what I've created the content around for this course. So we're not going to be doing any kind of UX, UI, anything like that. This is all strictly kind of traditional ID sketch techniques, and also the visual thinking component is really important. It's really, how do you learn to communicate with an audience, or varying audiences? There's lots of different milestones throughout the process, and where you have to present your material. And so it could be to a marketing person, it could be to your design leader, the design team, it could be someone in procurement, it could be mechanical engineering. Each one of those requires kind of a different vocabulary, visual vocabulary, as to how to easily convey your design intent to them. And so we're going to be covering some of that as well, along with the dreaded, block, the creative block. How, if you're being hired by a client to work on a project, and it's typically hourly based, your pay structure, you can't really afford not to have any great ideas, or you can't go a long period of time without a good quantity of ideation and conceptualization. So how do you break through with that? And we all have those creative blocks, myself included. And some days I don't have it. It's just not there. And then the next day, it might be in a matter of 2 hours I do the work of 3 days. It just that's the way my brain works. And so, but it's critical to learn methods for breaking through these creative blocks. And so how do you generate ideas, lots of ideas? I tell everyone, right, that's not familiar yet with design consulting, especially, and that is, you go into a client presentation with multiple design solutions. You don't go in with one, like, here is the best idea. It doesn't work that way. You typically go in, you might have a handful, you might have 5 or 6 different ideas, depending kind of where you are in the process. Very early on, you might have 20 or 30 ideas. They're all kind of not fully developed. They're just little thumbnails, but those could be reviewed with your design leadership, whoever that may be at that time. It could be reviewed with your, as a design team as well. But as you go along the way and you begin to present material to your client, then rarely do they ever just gravitate towards one solution and say that's it. If you have concept A through E, right, they could very well say, well, we love concept B, but kind of what you're doing a little bit over here on concept D, maybe it's a vent pattern or power buttons or screen displays, whatever. we'd like to see a little bit of that integrated into concept B. And then we go back, the design staff goes back, and then we start to generate more ideas based on those two concepts. And so it's a long process, but it's a necessary one to do your due diligence and really thoroughly resolve the issues that and problems that you're pursuing. So that's anyway, that's a little bit of my background. I came into academia 8 years ago, and visual thinking has been a course that I've taught from the very beginning, and quite frankly, it's one that I enjoy the most. And so it's a little bit different this year or this semester as I stated, but I really hope that the videos will really help you along. The assignments are based on the review of certain videos each week. All right. So for now, I think that's about it. I just wanted you to see the face behind the voice in most of the videos anyway. So enjoy the semester. I'll be in touch, and I'll see you in the next video.